What's going on, guys? It's Gino from Modern Accessory Review, and in today's video I want to talk about the iPhone 12 Pro Max and if I would recommend it to you guys. I've had this thing for a little over 3 months now, and so far I have really enjoyed using it from day to day. Of course, I had to pick it up in Pacific Blue a little while ago, and I really think it's one of the best looking phones out in the market right now. And I'm going to be breaking down this video into 4 separate categories, starting with, is the iPhone 12 Pro Max really worth the price? And then, is the camera really that good? Why I chose the iPhone 12 Pro Max as my daily user? And last but not least, are the internals really that much faster? So let's go ahead and dive into the video. Starting off with the price here, this phone is $1,100 with the starting model at 128 gigabytes, which is a really good chunk of cash for most people, except our good friend Leonardo here. But we should have all expected a price tag like this because it's actually the same exact price as the 11 Pro Max when it was first released, except now the starting model has 128 gigabytes instead of 64 gigabytes, which in my opinion is a big upgrade. But the question here is if this gold brick is actually worth the money. And here's the deal: if you are someone who is a social media influencer, tech enthusiast, you love taking photos and videos with your iPhone, and you will really appreciate all of the little details that the iPhone has, then I do think it would be worth it for you. Or if you just have tons of cash laying around. But in reality, tons of people, if not the majority of you guys watching this, probably don't fit into those categories that I just mentioned with wanting the best of the best camera features, and would be better off going with the iPhone 12, the 12 mini, or even the SE if you don't have as big of a budget. And yes, this phone is incredible, and I haven't had any issues at all after using it for many days. But if you do decide to get the iPhone 12 Pro Max for yourself, then I really want you to appreciate every little detail, like the new A14 bionic chip, the stainless steel edging, the new LiDAR scanner, the bigger lenses in the cameras, and all of that jazz, the MagSafe, because if you don't appreciate all of that stuff, then it would be better off for you just to go with the iPhone 12 or the iPhone 12 mini or even the SE like I said already and save some cash. Now in terms of gigabytes, I do think 128 gigabytes is enough for most people, and that is what the starting model iPhone 12 Pro Max has. But I did personally upgrade this phone to 256 gigabytes because I do love to take a bunch of photos and videos, and you never know how much space you need, so I like to have a little bit of extra space. And upgrading to 256 gigabytes will take your price up another $100 for a total of $1,200 if you get the iPhone 12 Pro Max with 256 gigabytes. And moving on to the camera, this is where a ton of the hype was when the iPhone 12 Pro Max was first released. With the new sensor shift stabilization in the Pro Max, the larger lenses, and the LiDAR scanner that improves low light photos and videos with their autofocus, I can definitely attest that the cameras have been significantly improved. And if you aren't familiar with sensor shift stabilization, it's pretty much just a new sensor that's built into the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it stabilizes your photos and videos just a little bit more. And I probably see a really big difference because my old iPhone was the iPhone XR, which is a little bit on the older end now, and switching from that to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I can definitely see a huge increase in sharper image quality and just stabilization and all of that kind of stuff. And on the back here, we do have the 3 lens with the telephoto, the wide, and the ultra wide lens. And we can shoot in Dolby Vision up to 60 frames per second, which is incredible. But I do want to mention that the regular iPhone 12 and the 12 mini do have practically all of the same things except for the telephoto lens and the LiDAR scanner, and the design is just a bit different on the outer edging. But we still get all of the same things like the boxy design, the new A14 bionic chip, all of the internals are improved and all of that kind of stuff. And do keep in mind that the 12 Pro Max is the only phone with that sensor shift stabilization, so if you want that, then you're going to have to go with the 12 Pro Max. Plus, I almost forgot the iPhone 12 and the 12 mini also have MagSafe in the ceramic shield technology, which you probably already knew, but I just wanted to mention that. And speaking of the ceramic shield technology, the screen apparently has a 4 times better drop performance, whatever that means, from Apple. But I don't know if that's the case because I had my phone sitting on a shelf the other day and it fell off. The shelf was like 2 feet from the ground. My phone fell off and hit an edge of my furniture, and it got a tiny scratch in the screen. And with that 4 times better drop resistance or drop performance, you would have thought that the screen wouldn't have gotten a tiny scratch, but I guess it just depends the angle that the phone falls at. And moving on, I want to tell you guys really quickly here why I got the iPhone 12 Pro Max as my daily user. As most of you watching this probably don't know, I do affiliate marketing and e-commerce to the side of YouTube, and I am constantly creating content with my phone, taking photos, taking videos, uploading stuff to Instagram, and it's nice to have a phone where I can create some incredible content with. I also really wanted an iPhone because I have a MacBook and it just connects to my other Apple devices really seamlessly. And by the way, if you guys want to check out my Instagram account, I'll put it up on the screen here, and I just take tons of different photos and videos of accessories, desk setups, and all kinds of stuff. And since I am involved in tech here on YouTube, I also thought that this would be a great phone to do a bunch of YouTube videos on. And plus, I really just appreciate every single detail that it has to offer, and I would want you guys to appreciate everything that it has to offer as well if you decide to get one for yourself. And last but not least, are the internals really that much better? Well, from switching to my iPhone XR to the 12 Pro Max, I can definitely say that this thing runs like buttery smooth compared to my old phone. I see a really big difference in the overall speed. The battery life is significantly improved because the larger design allowed Apple to insert a larger battery, and the A14 bionic chip just improves the overall speed. I do want to mention, however, that if you do have the iPhone 11 Pro Max or 11 Pro, then you probably won't see as big of a difference as you would with an older phone, because that A13 bionic chip is pretty similar to the A14 bionic chip. The A14 is just a little bit more improved. So that's about it with the speed. I can definitely say that this phone is way faster than my old XR, but if you have an 11 Pro, it will still be a little bit faster, but not extremely faster. And final thoughts here, I have really enjoyed using this phone so far, and I am looking forward to using it in the future. With all of the improved features, this phone is definitely for people who love taking photos or videos, want the best of the best, or just will appreciate every little detail and has the budget to spend for the best of the best phone Apple has to offer. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure to drop them down in the comments below and I will try my best to get back to you. But with all of that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!